Like 5 years ago, my husband, sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing, but kind of just like stopped getting me presents on holidays, and if he did, it was like totally wing it like 5 minutes before. And it was obvious. And I just kind of laughed about it. And I was like, oh, he's just busy with work, like whatever. I don't want to feel resentment. So I'm just going to go buy my own present. And I did that, chose not to feel resentment. And it was totally fine. This trend kind of continued. And then, especially when his anxiety came to a head, it just kind of continued. And, in hindsight, we learned that holidays were like triggering events for him. So it would kind of just like incapacitate him. Anyway, so, Mother's Day was kind of hard for me. Like after this anxiety stuff came to a head, they just were extra hard for me because I wasn't loving my role and what I was doing, and it just was hard. And I didn't care about the gifts, but I just wanted to have like a relaxing day where I felt taken care of. And I was making, my husband's inability to work or manage his emotions or whatever it was, I was making that mean that like I wasn't being taken care of, right? But who has power over that? I do, so this was an optional thought that I was thinking. I felt a loss, and there were just certain things that triggered me. So holidays kind of became a trigger for me. Maybe probably just Mother's Day, and then actually trips to doctors and dental offices were triggers for me because I was making it mean that something about me not being taken care of. So the dentist especially, and my current dentist can attest, he could attest to that. So I talked to you guys a lot about managing my mind and then learning these tools, and it's because it's been everything to me. Getting to that, from that point of survive to thrive, it's all been about managing my mind. So this last Mother's Day, my husband he did the Ragnar race with some of our neighbors that weekend of down in St. George. And I think it was over a Friday and a Saturday. So I knew he was going to get home from St. George like late Saturday night. And I remember just being like, he's going to be exhausted after that race. And I know he's not going to have the capacity to do that much on Mother's Day, and probably won't even, get me a present, because that's kind of where the trend was, right? And, I just kind of realized, I was like, well, you know what? Like, who's in charge of this, my happiness on this day? Me. Like, I'm in charge. So like a week before Mother's Day, I started thinking, okay, well, what do I want on Mother's Day? And guess what? I created that for myself. I wanted a clean house, and I didn't want to cook. So I had that taken care of the weekend before, so that on Sunday, I didn't have to do that, right? And it was just awesome. Like, it was totally awesome. I picked up takeout Saturday night, so I wouldn't have to cook on Sunday. The best thing I ever did, and I got to have this really chill, relaxing Sunday with my family and enjoy my kids and enjoy my husband. And it was honestly the best Mother's Day I've ever had in my life. And I totally created it for myself. And I just think it's like beautiful that we can create that happiness for ourselves. It doesn't need to be about what someone else does for us. What can I do for me? Amazing. Goodbye.